Hey YouTube, AZBuild3433 here once again. Now from my last video I asked if anybody wanted me to do any boil tests, and I had a request from thelicewine to do two tests. One would be with the beer pot and the other would be with a stainless steel pot, which is my Olicamp pot. And what I have right now, we're going to do the first test with the beer pot. I have 2 cups of water at 61 degrees. I have 3/4 of an ounce of fuel in the stove, and we're going to get her lit up and get her started here. All right. All right, we're going to start our timer. And probably to save time here, what I'll probably do is I'll turn the camera off here until we get to where I hear the, when you start to hear the sizzle, when you start to hear some of the, precursors to the boiling test, and I'll turn the camera back on and we'll see where we are on time. And till then, we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back, and I think you can hear it. Maybe you can, or maybe you can't hear it at that sizzle point. I just looked a second ago, and we're at about the 5.5 minute mark right now. So I'm going to let this just run out and see, where we come up with as far as time on this. I have to pick this up. My lens on this timer and everything is kind of bad because it's sat in a drawer for a long time, so it's not exactly what you would call something that's easily readable. So we're at the 2:09 mark. I'm sorry, 2:01. That's why I said you can't read it very well. So we're at 2:01, 2:03. And hopefully you can hear that. Hopefully you're not too far away, but you can hear that. 2:08. Yeah, I can hear it's rolling pretty good right now. We're at 2:10. 2:12. At 7 minutes and 18 seconds. I'll turn that off. It's going to go off again because I want to see what the run out time is going to be on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off because I think it's going to run about another 3 minutes, and I don't want to use up the time for that. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till we're in about 3 more minutes, and we'll see what the actual run out time, because I'm letting the timer go. So be right back. Okay, I think we're right about at that run out spot now. There we are. We're just right about there. Yep, pretty close. And I would say we would call it right around at the 11 minute and 51 second mark, right about there. Just under 12 minutes, which isn't too bad. So anyway, what we had is 7 minutes and 18 seconds on the boil for 2 cups of water at 61 degrees and with 3/4 of an ounce of fuel. And so what I'll probably do now is I'll set up for the stainless steel pot, and I'll be back with test number 2. Be back in a minute. Okay, this will be test number 2 with the stainless steel Olicamp pot. Pretty much the same conditions as far as water. 2 cups of water, 61 degrees. I had to put a couple ice cubes in the tap water to get it there. And we also have, again, 3/4 of an ounce of fuel. Maybe a slight more because I think it was just overfilled slightly. But anyway, let's get her started. There we go. There we go. It's always a challenge sometimes to get these bigger ones right in the center. And we'll get our timer going again. I think I'm pretty close to being in the center. Let me look on the screen here. I'm going to duck my head down here a little bit and see. Yeah, I think that's pretty close. That's pretty close. On this side, it's pretty close too. So again, what I'll do is I'll wait till that thing starts to hiss on me a little bit, and I'll be back when it's at that point, and we'll see what time we're at then. Be back. Okay, we're back. We're at the 2:05 mark as far as temperature goes, and It's looking real good. This looks like it's going to be a little faster, but I would assume this would be the case because of the pot size. And of course the water is, laying flatter, of course, in the bigger pot. That stands to reason, because our time is looking a lot better than it was with the beer pot. So we're at 212 and we're at 6 minutes and 42 seconds. 6 minutes and 42 seconds instead of 7 minutes and 18 seconds. So yeah, that's not quite a minute. So a little about 45 seconds or so, is it? Pretty close to that. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good time on that. But I would assume that would be the case with this size pot and that lower volume of water, the same volume of water, but the way it's configured into the pot. So that stands to reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the timer run out. We'll see what the run out time is with this pot, since it's stainless steel, and I'll be back when we have the run out time. Okay, I wanted to come back a little earlier here, only because I wanted to do a little close-up of the flame disbursement underneath this pot to give you a little closer look at it. I think is a pretty nice disbursement on this big pot. And yeah, I guess the big pots, of course, are going to heat up a little bit quicker, and you're going to get a better time and everything on that. It all depends on what your usage is, whether or not you're going to use it with a beer pot or an Amusa or this type of pot. I think it works really nice. I'm really kind of impressed with the flame pattern on all cases, because I didn't get any lapping on the beer pot, and you can see the disbursement here is really nice, and nice blue flame, and yeah, I'm really impressed with this thing. And I got to tell you, once I turned off the other camera on the first test, it wasn't more than a minute to a minute and a half, and I could touch that stove pretty quickly. I mean, because of the cross-section of aluminum being what it is with that pot in the open section, in the middle section, it really cools down quite quickly, so you can actually touch that fairly early. Now we're at the 10 minutes and 30 some seconds now. So anyway, I don't know if I want to use up a bunch of my camera time here doing this, and what I'll probably do is I'll just be back one more time before this thing gives out. Well, I spoke a little bit too soon, because I think we're already starting to see it wane somewhat right now. So right now we're at 11 minutes and 20 seconds right now. So it's not going to be as good as the other one was. That was about 12 minutes on that one, but it's pretty close, not too bad. So anyway, those are my two boil tests, one with the beer pot and one with the stainless steel Olicamp pot. And I hope you enjoyed the video here, and if you have any questions or comments, I'd appreciate them. For all you who subscribe to me, thanks, and we'll catch you later.